Start me up.
I eat pears now and shit like that. I eat pears now and shit like that.
Maybach music.
I like pears.
Hold on, man. Oh shit. Here we go.
I eat pears now and shit like that. I eat pears now and shit like that.
like them canned pears.
Hey, what's going on? It's about that time once again. A time we all come together. Pause. It's that time. It's Talk That Stuff. Talk That Stuff number 93. Let's get busy here on this beautiful Sunday night. We have a wonderful panel here. Let's meet them. Let's meet the panel. Let's meet the panel. Up first, from Philly, USA. Their sports teams just keep rolling and rolling, and the dogs keep getting walked. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Pen. Have a wide body mentality. Let's give it up for Mental, the dog.
Peace, peace, peace. I'm out walking the dog and it's cold as shit.
Up next, from up in New England, Maine. Now down in the beautiful hot-ass state of Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome man of many middies. I
Midi
will
man.
create.
Midi master extraordinaire. What's up, guys?
Up next, from Flint, Michigan. Changing everything, the names, the emails. I can't even pronounce the name. I'm going to go with, let's welcome to Talk That Stuff, Mr. Wallace, a.k.a. Where is Wallace, a.k.a. Invisible.
Invisible audio.
Yeah, invisible.
It's the company.
Invisible.
Up next, from Oakland, USA, the West Coast, what they say is the best coast, home of MC Hammer, home of the Oakland A's. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for RTO.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Up next, from Saginaw, Michigan, the home of the Saginaw Fighting Dragons. Ladies and gentlemen, she is blessed, and she's that blessed girl.
Peace and blessings.
And it's backing me from some down south somewhere. Came out of a nuclear batch of hydrogen lead. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Taka Higgins. Ladies and gentlemen, Taka Higgins. Taka, do a little dance for him.
Oh my god. Shit's ugly as fuck. God damn.
And I am from Jersey now in Florida as well. I am DJ Widebody, and this is Talk That Stuff number 93. Let me get Taka out of here. Goodbye, Taka. Hold on. I ain't talking about the vodka. Let's go. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
What's up, everybody?
Man, hell of a week. Like to thank, welcome everybody here. Let me get the chat up. Let's see who's in the chat. Usually DJ Wrecking Crew. Get it? Wrecking Crew. Welcome this beautiful Sunday. Let's start off with this basketball thing. Well, we used to call it basketball. Now it's the LeBron show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cavaliers pulling the hat out of the cat out of the hat, if you will. Pull it out. A lot of foul shots being made. The Cavaliers will go into the next round. Who they play, I have no idea. Because somebody filled
Toronto.
Who? Toronto against the
Raptors. They
Raptors.
ass ran by Toronto.
Deja vu. Lowry and company. I ain't talking about the seasoning salt. So let's talk about it.
Who won that Boston joint? Boston
Boston.
Boston.
We about to bake them.
Well, my sentiment on this, my opinion, it don't matter or anything, but I think, I think Pacers took a lot out of them, man. I seen LeBron go back to the locker room in like the fourth quarter or something, man. Some people were happy, some people were like scared and shit, eating fruit and shit on the sideline. Huh?
Yeah, cramps.
That's not good, my friends.
It's basically 2-on-5 out there. It's LeBron and Kevin Love versus 5 other dudes.
No, he looked like in the post game that he lost.
Yeah.
His body language.
Yeah, I didn't even see the post game. Like that shit. They won. I changed the channel.
We were talking. I'm sad for. I'm really sad for. I'm sad for those guys on the Thunder, Carmelo Anthony and Paul George.
Shit, I ain't
bad for them.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
My bad, Joe.
I think Westbrook. The problem, man, of that team was set up to go to the finals, man. The Western the conference finals at best, not built to go out in the first round by. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just bad. And
I've been saying that shit from the beginning, man. That shit ain't gonna work. Now with Westbrook and Anthony together,
like taking the shots.
They that and the coach. I don't think what's the coach name, Billy Donovan. I don't think he knew how to coach all that together. Like during that last game, there was times when they should have had Carmelo playing. I mean, on the court, but they had Raymond Felton and shit on there. Like no one else was hitting. Paul George on the score 5 points. If this is the case, I'm gonna let Carmelo do his thing since no one else can score. Yeah, Carmelo come off the bench, but if no one else is putting up points, I need points. Carmelo's points. I'm gonna put him up there. Let him do his ISO ball and get points because you're gonna need it. So
what went wrong, RTO? What went wrong, guys? What went wrong? Why did they lose in the first round? What are your thoughts on that?
That team is first. I don't think they got the chemistry.
They don't. They don't.
They don't blend well. I just like I always say, it look good on paper, but that shit.
The chemistry isn't bad, but it isn't good enough to beat anybody that's good.
They do not have a symbiotic relationship.
Google that shit.
Nope.
Yeah, well, symbiotic, just like they don't work with each other well.
When that shit gels.
When the shit hits the fan, Russell don't trust no one. He's gonna go and just start shooting shit.
That's what he's used to, and Melo's used to doing the same thing.
Yep.
Only thing is, in the last couple of years, Westbrook has been way more successful doing that shit than Melo has.
Well, yeah,
hell yeah.
He's only had one successful team, Melo, and that was in college.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, and he was doing that there too.
I thought that.
Hello.
I mean, they was running a little bit with Denver, but I mean,
yeah, that was early. Yeah,
but they didn't go hella far with that. So,
actually, seen
man,
Denver was playing.
So I think OKC fucked up in the very beginning. Get rid of fucking James Harden. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
$4 million. Y'all want the bullshit over $4 million. And y'all fucked it up because y'all really had a chance with that squad. The very next year, they would have won a championship, no doubt.
I mean, I agree that Harden is better than George or Melo, obviously, but I still can't imagine Harden and Westbrook taking it that far because.
But they had KD too, though.
Yeah.
By now, they would have figured it out.
So they definitely would have figured it out. I mean, they still had KD, they still had Serge Ibaka. They had a squad, but as soon as they let fucking Harden go,
here's why. Here's why. They would have been good because I think that inherently Harden would have been more of the playmaker than Westbrook was. This is why they lose. Westbrook took 43 shots yesterday.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
He is the point guard.
Yes.
You cannot. The point guard's job is to set the tone, to, deliver,
run the offense.
Run the offense.
The offense. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if your point guard is shooting 43 times, so you got Carmelo. Carmelo is a ball stopper. So Carmelo is an ISO triple threat type dude. He doesn't really play well off the ball. Paul George does a little bit better in terms of squaring up, but Paul George's shot selection is not always the greatest either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Westbrook heard any backlash from snapping at that white couple?
I don't know, but I know he will though. He definitely getting fined for that shit.
Yep, that was stupid as shit. Dude wasn't even that close to his damn face. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, we know you lost and all, but Jesus Christ.
He was like, get that shit out my face, Nick.
Man, it was funny as shit, but
okay, the halftime one, I give him his credit on the halftime one. That dude was talking shit. So I'm like, all right, I'll give you that one. But the one right after the game, that shit was unnecessary.
Fucked up.
Yeah, man, he was tripping.
All they did is just have a camera, and it wasn't even in his face. They were just filming him leaving, like any other team would.
Man, the lady did that freaking clutch her chest like,
hell yeah. Why I never. That shit was hella funny.
So hell yeah, man.
So Westbrook started the season being the facilitator, and it didn't work out. So what do you guys think Westbrook got to do to make it work?
He has to get other people besides I agree with you, actually. I do agree with you that he kind of began with a certain.
It didn't work.
He was willing to. I think that when it comes down to it, when it comes down to wins and losses and chemistry over time, he like, man, fuck that. These motherfuckers ain't trying to win. Shit, I'm trying to go.
He don't have trust in the team. The only way he gonna win is if he has trust in his team.
He's such a dog. He got so much dog in him, and I appreciate it. Don't get it twisted. I do appreciate it.
He's the guy I want he's the guy I want on my team, but I just can't even imagine a scenario where he succeeds.
I don't want him on my squad, man. I don't take Westbrook. I like his game, but he's not gonna make my team better, man.
I know it's a weird thing because he is a dog, but I just can't imagine him succeeding for some reason.
He needs a leash on him, man. I mean, he needs a strong coach with he need an alpha male type.
Right. He needs somebody to tell. He needs somebody to be able to. He needs somebody to tell his ass no.
You need a John Thompson.
He only way he gonna have that is if he really respect the coach, and if he don't respect the ass, that shit ain't gonna work.
Because if you put, I think you put him on a team like with Boston or something like that, that would probably work.
Shit,
he might.
Hey, that motherfucker, he need a Greg Popovich, but I don't think that'll work.
Yeah, well, he
might get frustrated as hell with Greg Popovich.
Flinch his ass for no problem. He wouldn't even flinch. Sit your ass down.
Because I respect the coach from Boston, dude, and what he's accomplished with those young guys, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
They play together. That's for sure. You know.
Yep. There you go. So this once again, just because you get a whole bunch of good all-star players and put them on the squad does not mean you're gonna automatically win a championship.
Not always.
You gotta be. They gotta be
coached. Jail.
And Nate McMillan needs to be fired, man. He kept that sorry scrub Sabonis in there, whatever.
Sabonis,
whatever his damn name is. He kept that man in there too long. Does he know how to fucking switch his personnel out? They let LeBron sit there and rest and shit, eat his little fruit cocktail and shit, and come back in the game, and you know what I mean? Like, you can't coach.
They was playing Sabonis because there's no one. Sabonis can put up points when he can, but
he was a liability.
I think they was like letting him on. They had him on while they had no big men on Cleveland, so he could try to get his, but it didn't really work that way. So
liability.
Yeah, they definitely should have adjusted, but
they're gonna have a problem next round though because the Pacers. For real? I mean, they showed up.
They barely got by the Pacers.
I know, and the Pacers showed up.
So and Pacers is only one player that you really got to worry about. That's Oladipo.
Office Depot.
Toronto got like 3 or 4 you got to worry about, and a crazy ass beach, and a crazy ass bench. They bench is nice.
Okay, let's call it. So, do you see the Cavaliers beating the Raptors?
Nope.
I can't see it, but Do you bet against LeBron? Probably not.
I don't. I mean,
it's the NBA.
What's up, Mav? Black Mav.
I think someone had to get injured for Toronto to lose. Like either Lowry or what's the name got to get injured in order for them to leave.
Don't write the story before it happened, but stranger things have happened.
Hey, but I think Toronto's ready this time.
Won this joint.
That's what I'm saying. They barely won. They won the fuck out from this damn series.
They needed 45. Yeah,
Toronto then lost to Cleveland way too many times. I think Toronto ready this time. Like,
Mitchell, let me ask you this: you being a Philly fan and being a basketball guy, why is Philly so damn good this year?
Because it's all young, raw talent, man. Like, all of those dudes play with hunger. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell that none of them are really scared of anybody, and they're all still learning. You know what I'm saying? As long as they can all stay healthy, they're all going to get better. You know what I mean? And I think it has to do with because they're so young. Like, you know what I mean? They haven't bounced from team to team to team, and they're not jaded and all of that. You know what I mean?
No, you want to talk about dogs. There's some dogs on that team.
Exactly. And just every Philly team, like, people hate every Philly team, man, for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a rivalry, whether they think the fans suck, whatever. So every Philly team has a real chip on their shoulders. But what the Sixers used to be, how many legends we've had on our teams, from Moses Malone, Dr. J, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Charles Barkley to AI, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much pressure, but at the same time, Philly fans are some of the greatest. They will fucking represent. They'll fight niggas in the parking lot for their team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fucking spit on somebody's mom, like, whatever. Like,
damn.
So that's
I experienced, like, my aunt. She's an Eagles fan, and I pretty much got into football just being around her and going to Eagles bars and everything, and just seeing how everyone was and shit. That shit was crazy. I mean, man. LA, and we got there was a huge ass Eagles bar. Like, motherfuckers came to represent. Like, it.
Yeah. And they traveled. That's the thing about Pennsylvania fans, period. Steeler fans too. You know what I'm saying? They travel.
Yeah, Steeler Nation, man.
Around and show up like it's their city and shit.
So they set up shop in our town. We giant country. Them motherfuckers got the whole bar. You can't go in that bar unless you Steeler Nation. Like, man, we stopped that.
Yeah, Philadelphia fan base is pretty fucking dope, I must say.
Well, South Jersey, that's all Philly.
Camden, all that shit. Yeah.
Go down like the Camden or Sicklerville somewhere. Like, Philly country. Son of guns. So
shit, I thought we represented. Yeah, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Y'all a little more crazy.
Who got Philly got this round? Who got Philly got?
What, next round?
Yeah. Philly got Boston.
Boston.
That's gonna
be
good.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. I think Philly got this too because Boston. Boston ain't got no one to stop.
Embiid.
They ain't got no one to stop Embiid, and they ain't got no one to stop other boy too.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons.
Yeah.
Embiid is. Hey, I'm gonna tell you. I think the majority of people. I don't think the majority of people really understand how dangerous a weapon Embiid is.
Oh, that nigga. No. I understand fully how dangerous this motherfucker is.
Yeah.
Not you. You got a lot of sense. I'm talking about a lot of people.
Right, that dude is fucking beast.
Basic layman's. Yeah.
Killer.
Like that, just his game alone opens up everything.
Next year is going to be his
Philly. Like,
damn right.
Because he got the ability to take big men outside. Pause. I mean, if you get that dude outside, that opens up the inside, and whatever happens. Like,
wow, yeah,
man, it's basketball, damn it, shit. We allowed to pass on this.
Well, you say it's basketball, not balls.
But Embiid did this shit this year on a restricted schedule too.
He ain't even fully.
Next year, he's going to be even. Yeah. It's going to be even more ridiculous with him.
And he probably, the thing is, too, if that's the case, then he's fresher than most that's out there on the court.
He is.
Yeah.
I can't believe
But I can't root against Boston, though, honestly, because of what their coach does for them. Where I am and what, absolutely. Well, not right now. Right
I
now,
hope
I'm in Florida.
Jaylen Brown cool because he was out.
That's a problem.
Yeah, so if they ain't got him, it's basically damn near all up Tatum.
But they did get Marcus Smart back, so that's
true. That's true. That's true.
But if Jaylen Brown doesn't come back, they won't even win a game.
Those points. That's like 20. That's not there though. Is Smart putting up 20 every game?
No. But you know,
he does. Maybe. He does affect the game though.
Yeah, he could definitely help you out with fucking turnovers and getting offensive charges and shit and all that because he good as fuck at that.
So let me ask this question. So this was the first year in a while where I watched the first round of the playoffs every night they came on.
Yeah.
Is it now? Can you now say without any reservation, especially considering what's going on with the NFL and everything and all of the shit that's been going on with them, the NBA is the best sports league in the world to me?
Well, yeah.
Depends on.
It depends on who you talking to.
Depends on who you talking to.
Soccer still reigns supreme over fucking.
Well,
we're talking about worldwide, then that soccer reigns supreme overall.
I think if you're talking like hip hop culture, for sure. Basketball, for sure.
Without question.
Amongst us, yes, but then
Yeah, soccer is still soccer. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have said worldwide. I'm just thinking more like.
It's going to be a while before anybody takes over on the NFL, though, even in the States.
Yeah, NFL barely making it overseas.
No, not overseas. They're not.
What's interesting to me about the NBA at this point is you have like 12, 13 guys that's all under the age of 24 that are phenomenal. Phenomenal, like could grow into potential superstar type cats.
Yep, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I like so much about it. Young guys, man. Man, you see Donovan Mitchell. Outplayed Westbrook.
Okay, bruh. This dude got the meanest spin move.
Yep.
Period.
And he does it like every time.
That's the part that's the meanest because he does this shit every time and can nobody stop
Nobody stops it.
Nobody.
Hey.
Imagine if he had Gordon Hayward.
And you saying that and having the same two teams in the finals the last 3 years, that's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know nobody like us, but hey, man.
Oh, you know,
I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here soaking it all in, man.
No, I get that.
Whatever.
Hey, you know what it is.
Hey, Houston is for real though.
Yeah, I've been through enough heartache, so fuck.
Houston ain't bullshit this year though. Just like this, gotta be known.
Hey, I don't know, but it's gonna come down to James Harden choking.
RTO, it's that Patriot syndrome.
Huh?
It's
not even because shit, y'all. I mean, Patriots was okay back in the day.
Mm-mm. They were ass.
But y'all had a couple of good seasons before y'all really got into it, though.
Yeah, y'all went to the bowl game in '94 when Parcells was there.
Yeah, I mean, y'all did have Bill Parcells, so I mean, shit.
But
Bledsoe, Bill Parcells too. So,
had Bledsoe out there, right?
Yeah.
Well, was
like we was the laughing stock of the NBA. Besides us and the Clippers,
bullshit.
No one want to fucking play with us.
Bullshit.
I mean,
the Warriors were
after Run TMC,
fucking Clippers were horrible.
We went through a good 15 years of ass.
I bet the Warriors were better than the Patriots in the 80s.
Actually, I was about to say 15 years of ass ain't bad depending on context. My bad. I did just get here. Let me shut up.
He said 15 years of ass. That sounds really bad.
Right?
Hey, it's real talk though. We ever since Chief Spreewell choked out Carmissimo.
Yeah, trash. That was a defining moment in ass.
Yeah.
The legacy of assness. Definitely.
We didn't fucking legacy do okay. We didn't start doing all right until we believe.
Is that a noun? Is that a noun, Wallace?
What?
How this dude be trying to break shit down?
Yeah, it's a state of being shitty as hell.
Goddamn pronoun and shit.
RTO, why did they ever get rid of Mark Jackson?
Good question.
They were killing it with him.
I think Mark Jackson was not a yes man.
But he brought them to the promise. I mean, he
did,
turned them around.
I think Mark wanted to implement some shit, and they didn't want to go the way he wanted to, and it was because it was abrupt as hell. So I think it had to do with the upper.
Their defensive culture changed completely. When he took over.
Mark Jackson's a good coach, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no doubt. I fucking love Mark Jackson. I was mad as fuck when that happened.
I'm sure a lot of you guys were.
Fucked up. I mean, shit. Hey, that shit was fucked up. But I'm like, Kerr's cool, but Mark Jackson was the heartbeat. Like,
yeah, he did. He had the heartbeat.
He got. It's just like when the Niners came and got that Super Bowl when they had dude with the eyes, Mike Singletary was coaching. Mm-hmm. Singletary was killing shit. And then for whatever reason, shit happened, and then old boy came in, and then they get to the Super Bowl. Like Mike Singletary did all that shit,
all the fucking work. Yep. When they was fucking slumming.
Hey, thank you, Mike.
Yeah, it happens.
It's fucked up.
But yeah, I'm to switch gears, man. I'm over here watching Harlem Nights, man. That shit. He just asked Tommy how's the laugh. That's some funny shit, yo. Just a little shit in this movie. How's the laugh? He fucking laughed loud as shit.
Speaking of Harlem Nights, I just can't believe I'm looking here on MSN. It's going through the news. I've been last week. I've been watching back a lot of Iraqi war shit from the Gulf War and the Iraq, Iran shit, and then the Kuwaiti shit, and just how things been going on. So I've kind of been out of the current events section. So I know Bill Cosby got found guilty. This man actually is about to go to fucking jail or something.
That's some bullshit, though.
He ain't going to jail.
That's just some bullshit, though.
I don't know.
He ain't going to jail.
The thing that's like killing me is how black folks is like tossing this motherfucker under the bus, yo. And they come to anybody else.
Isn't he sick?
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, man. This thing that's going on with Bill Cosby is happening right in the teeth of a movement of American feminization. That's and right. I mean, you know,
but it's the dudes. It's the dudes that I hear. No offense, BG, but it's the dudes that I hear. You know, fuck that dude or whatever, and you know, I ain't never watching Cosby Show again. And outside of
but Mav, a lot of that is group speak because we hear these hot topics and we hear people's hot takes on them on Facebook and statuses and stuff. And you end up being like, yeah, you know, exactly.
Oh no, I'm hip. I'm hip to the hustle. Like I said, that part don't bother me. It's just the fact that you get mad when you don't really have no shit representing you in the end, where you denounce anything that could propel you forward. Now I ain't trying to be funny, definitely not upholding, you know, the whole case of rape or if he drugged people, I got a whole argument about that because ain't no way I'm rolling with Sidney Poitier, all this other shit. I'm rich for years on end and Ghost Dad and run down a list of the shit that he done did. And you wait until this motherfucker got AARP invested and now you gonna come at him?
Right. Yeah.
It's like common sense, Joe. Like 40 years, Joe. Common sense. Get the fuck out of here. But that's some other shit. But at the end of the day, just you don't have anything else to like propel you forward if you gonna take all the stuff that he did do that was good, and now because he fucked around. And I'm not condoning it, but okay, you fucked around and you drugged somebody, so all the other shit that you did is now a farce.
Yeah,
it ain't like he cheated on you. He ain't fucking around and drugged you. So the pride you had by seeing him in college, and I know that's the way my dirty ass went to school. I'm gonna be up front. You know what I'm saying? It was off the shit that he built and seeing Cosby kids growing up in the Cosby Show and Different World and all of that. And that's where you get, you know, the whole thing from Grownish and Blackish now was built off of that platform. So all of a sudden he ain't shit. It's like, come on, man. Like motherfuckers just be jumping out there and be sounding real fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really saying nothing about it this week. I just been reading comments like, oh, okay. That
I
lets me know.
I ain't gonna denounce all of the good. I ain't gonna do that.
Nah, people like fuck him. I ain't letting my kid watch the Cosby Show no more. But then your kid out this motherfucker stealing gas and putting it in a big wheel and shit.
Point.
You know what I'm saying?
He missed the
you
whole
missing the
point.
whole fucking point. Like what he do as as a grown man, that's on him and that's gonna fall on his shoulders. But to negate the workers, they did the same thing to Jesus though. Next topic. Let's talk about some other shit.
What up, people?
And that was a fucking story anyway. But still, he got fucked over. That's why he was up there with thieves. So,
Mm. I agree with you on that, man.
And anybody got? I mean, it ain't even that you gotta agree. It's just common fucking sense, for real, Joe. Like if you fuck around and I know you put some shit in my drink, I'm gonna wait until you about to fucking push up a plant to say something.
Yeah, long.
And I'm not talking about the people that spoke up. I'm talking about all the people that is like all of a sudden like, yeah, fuck that dude. I knew he was doing something. No, you didn't. You was trying to get fucking Gordon Gartrell. Get the fuck out of here.
I think there's a group of people too that's kind of been on some fuck Bill Cosby because
he's like the father.
He's like the father of the whole respectability politics issue a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't a man. I can keep it a buck. I can keep it a bug. Ain't none of this shit kick off with him until he talked about getting NBC. Let's keep it 100 if we gonna keep it there.
How long you been done with them, Dicks? Well, why?
Whoa, say it one more time.
So why were you done with him a while back? Before?
Oh, he had his views. He had his views about black people and how people raising their kids and shit like that.
He said, "Why were you done with them way back?"
He called us out though. He called us out
because he took his ass to Fox News of all places to air out black people in a general. Now he didn't specify who he was talking about, and I thought that was some sucker shit. So, and he's my frat brother. So if anybody can say fuck him, it's me.
Damn.
I didn't know he was.
Is he sick? Is he like?
I don't think so.
I thought he was sick.
You know he gonna be sick.
He probably is sick. You should
have heard him say, "Tell him, Bill. Tell him, Bill." You should have heard him. They love.
But not even that. Just the whole thing with the way that this shit played out. Like he was fucking guilty before he even stepped foot in court. If you ask most people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? All you had to do was bring the accusation, and they was like, "Well, ain't no way that." That amount of people could lie about the same thing. Man, they got motherfucking actors, extras in movies all the fucking time.
Yeah, I think it's
so it's
truth,
like it's some truth, but that shit, like you got a trumpet, like come on, man. You out this motherfucker. And I'm pretty sure one of them that came up on hard times and you just thinking to cash in. That's why they had to fuck around and start playing the Cosby Show again, because them lawyers need to get paid, man. Ain't nobody fucking stupid.
Yeah, some truth in it.
Don't play me like I'm fucking stupid. And you do shit like that, I trust you far as I can throw you. I don't even fucking know you. Straight up. Yeah, it ain't like I'm out here waving a Bill flag like, come on, Bill, where you at? That's my homie. But I had to fuck around. That's what the whole tribute was last year when I chose to do that remake joint. Because it's like everybody acting like he wasn't shit to step in. Where before is, let me go and get my child this. I had a fucking Cosby Kid doll growing up. You know what I'm saying? So to totally denounce that shit and remember when I got a job when I was 14 off of watching that show, people corny as shit, man. Be on some get with shit just because the news or the tabloids say whatever. But I ain't trying to get your show yanked down, man. Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Straight up. Nah, that shit just got on my fucking skin, yo, because motherfuckers is corny as shit. Straight up. Because if it was them, they'd be all, well, have mercy on me or whatever, or you don't know the story.
So does the same apply to Kanye?
I was just about to say that. Who pissed the OG out there off in California? This motherfucker having a rant online.
No. You talking about who? Kanye? Daz? Oh, for real?
Man, Daz on Instagram going off right now.
For real?
Damn.
Daz always going off about something.
He said, I don't know what Kanye did. I thought that's what y'all was in here talking about.
Nah, it's not about Bill Cosby, but
speak on it, man. What's going on?
I'm looking for this.
Hey, I don't know. I don't think I could play it online like that.
Damn. Are we cursing in this motherfucker?
Man, that motherfucker go hang on. I can't play it. I'm on the phone.
Oh shit.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull it up on Instagram.
Yeah, that whole shit with Kanye, man.
I don't know if we should be instigating this, right?
Hey, we be happy to it. What? Yeah, well, I was going to ask. That's what.
How much time? Yeah, let me see.
Kanye
what
West,
Kanye has done for us? Let's see.
What the fuck is his deal? What happened to
Kanye?
Oh no, man, that shit hurt, man.
Man, you've been through the get out procedure.
Black people to this,
bruh. All I know is when his mom's passed, that definitely did something to him. And
definitely.
The track record for, the squad that he's dealing with, the Kardashians. Look at everybody else that dealt with Kardashians.
Yep.
One person's a dude, one person's on the, on the shit. So it's like, just given that track record, it's like, I'm good.
I probably would turn down some Kardashian if it was ever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right. If I was in,
but I mean, not saying can you say that. A lot of people may say that, but you fuck around and you throw a camera in somebody's face. You throw a camera in somebody's face and you teach them etiquette and how to act. They'll be drinking the Kool-Aid too, man.
Yeah,
round and run.
It's got to be. It's just too much. It's too much. Every time it's sitting on them Kardashians got like, come on, man.
And if you notice, like he's taking all the scrutiny. Ain't nobody saying shit about Kim.
Nope.
And we the main ones. Oh, what the fuck? So it's like, come on, man. Like, I don't do what crowds do any fucking way. I really don't.
It's probably some shit that the producers wrote up in a script or some shit for them. Who knows?
Man,
I ain't giving that shit that much fucking weight. Not when I know there's more pressing issues out here. When I see people out right around my neighborhood laying in the grass and shit and they ain't got nowhere to stay.
Yep.
That's more real than somebody wearing a fucking hat.
Right.
Or somebody walking up to your window ready to wash your shit with a sock.
I hope the brother gets all right, man. I don't look at him as a genius, but I did enjoy his music a long time ago. Maybe that's a long shot, but
hey, something happened along the way. Same way kids stop liking math after a certain point. Motherfuckers ain't real like a fishing rod, though. Like I said, we can just talk that lighthearted shit.
How can you take him serious? He dyes his hair blonde and starts talking crazy. What the fuck is a motherfucker?
Actually, it started before that.
Yeah,
it started before
that. He was crazy when
it did.
Chris Brown did the same shit and he lit up.
Nah, but this is different.
This cracker too.
It's a pattern. Yeah. The whole thing I'm looking at is the pattern.
Y'all have to remember this man had head trauma going on.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was in an accident, and that's true. That is very true. I didn't even think about that until you just said it.
Yeah, me neither. Damn.
So, because I know somebody that had their shit rock like that, and I can't say they 100% right now. Just stay away from me.
It could be something that progressed because at first he was cool, but now
they out to lunch with lunch meat notes.
Man, you said what?
All over the floor.
That's a good point.
Out to lunch with lunch.
You got head trauma, all right? It's called Stockholm syndrome.
Man.
This crazy.
I don't know. I think he up there. Kanye is up there in Calabasas in a gated ass community.
That's what I'm talking about. Like we sweating him wearing a motherfucking lid. Like, come on.
The fact that, and I think that when you talk about people who have I think he has a narcissistic personality disorder.
Oh, ain't no think about that.
You know what I'm saying? So the very fact, I mean, the only reason why he would be even doing all this is to satisfy that need for people to even be talking about him. Because think about the timing, and I was explaining this to my wife. The timing of all this happening was J. Cole had just come out and had the biggest streaming day ever. This, that, and the third. Drake is doing what Drake is doing, and You know, and I think there's a part of him because, like, why come out and say, oh, I got all these albums coming out this, that, and the third. I don't trust that shit is coming out.
But not even that.
I think he's doing it because he wants there to be some kind of focus on him. Now, when you hear the record, the Ye versus the People, you know what I'm saying? He basically was saying, yeah, I said all that to spark conversation. Not because I necessarily believe in the politics of it. I just, you know what I'm saying?
I know, but that's just one hell of a way to go about that, though. To make your people the expense and the butt of the joke and the expense of your goal, to me, that's just very low. I don't know.
You can say it, Dixie. You can say it.
Bullshit.
Cornish.
Yeah.
Double agent-ish. I don't use Cornish.
Yeah.
Double agent-ish. You know, Kanye can do what he want. I'm good. I'm good with the dirty old man. I'm fine. I ain't gotta listen to another song ever again. I got Black Math. Shit. I ain't gotta listen to Kanye. Fuck him.
I hear you. I hear you.
And I ain't gonna be out here.
Mr. Wallace,
that's for damn
double negative people just dropped one hell of a project. I ain't fucking worried about no goddamn Kanye West.
There you go.
Talk that shit, nigga.
Talk that shit, brother.
I'm kind of over it, man. I'll let y'all debate this. We talked about this, you know, pretty for a long time on Friday night. I'm kind of cool.
Yeah, I wasn't even around Friday, so I ain't even know.
Man. Yeah, I mean, but
the only thing I'll say again is that I saw this happen. This just start whatever day it was last week. I first peep game when he was on Breakfast Club and the comment he made then. I kind of scratched my head like, that was interesting. Then he goes on Sway, and I was like, well, damn, brother, it's like you might as well get on your knees and beg for that validation.
Shit, he went on a rant when he was on Rap City.
Well, it's not just the rant; it's what the rant is about. That's my thing.
And the whole designer shit. That's when the shit kind of kicked out.
It's like okay,
and they ain't want to fuck with him.
Yeah,
it's like so.
Like, do you, bro? You don't need validation from nobody, not you especially.
Then you fucked around and release some goddamn dinner napkins with shoestrings in them. Keep those some bitches. Them shits is ugly as shit. I wouldn't pay $3.50 for them joints. They're your ugly ass shoes, straight up. Unless you got gout and shit, man. What the fuck you wearing them for?
That nigga said gout.
That dude has made he has made homeless. What he did went back and watched Demolition Man and did the whole style of the people that live underground and made a clothing line out of it.
Next, you're gonna come out with them gray blankets and shit. Designer Sean for $1,100. Yeah, fuck out of here, man. I keep rocking my motherfucking $50 Nikes and shit and be straight.
Yeah. Wrong with him.
Damn Bounty threes.
A damn $700 khaki snuggie.
Right. Right.
But somebody buying that shit, I guess.
I guess.
But again, it's just to say you got it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think people who are I think a lot of it's almost like cult like proportions, man. Like it's some people right today that are questioning their loyalty to Kanye West. Then you got someone that's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what he do. I still love him. I don't care what none of y'all say. I'm still love him.
They got it.
It ain't very many people out here that's beyond any reproach, nigga. Like, come on.
I appreciate the art he gave while he was giving it. Yeah. The rest of this, he finding his way, and that's cool because that's all that music is. Sometimes you find your way through the music. Sometimes you put it out there and you don't go revisit it again at all. That's his walking life. He got to take.
People that do music, sometimes them saying they want to do more than music doesn't work. Maybe they're not built for that shit. Maybe they're not destined for that. Maybe they try to force.
But you know what? I disagree. Right, I disagree. I disagree. You can do anything that your society, your celebrity will allow you to do. But the thing about it is, you don't see Tretch crying about not being invited to Fashion Week. They had naughty gear. You know what I'm saying? But somebody made a point. I can't remember where I saw this, but they said something about it had made a comparison about wives. It said sometimes depending on what kind of wife you are, it kind of reflects what kind of man or husband you are.
Yeah.
And they were talking about look at I think it was look at Jay, and he got Beyonce.
I'm saying, okay, I disagree a little bit as well. I think that he's lost his fucking mind doing other shit behind that.
I don't think he lost his mind. I think he threw up the white flag, man. That's all it is.
It's layers. It's a lot of layers to this too. We had to think about it. I heard somebody say something about head trauma. Okay,
yeah.
You couple that in with we talked about the other night. The only child, being that only child, that mentality.
And the mom.
Then your mom passed away, and like he literally went crazy. Then
Yeah,
right.
Some shit that wasn't really addressed.
And then throw in the fact that intelligence is in some ways it's like Christianity. It's like Christianity to a point where being ridiculed for being a Christian is part of what you believe. Like it's a part of it comes with the territory, so to speak.
Okay.
There's an old saying that says ridicule is the burden of genius. Like if you are a genius or you are extremely brilliant at something, you expect for people not to understand it. So he may be viewing all of this pushback that he's getting as it just proves that I'm a genius. People are ridiculing me. They don't understand. They're not supposed to because I'm me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So you just okay. I
mean, he that's fine, but again, I made this point the other night. I can't imagine someone like a Billy Joel or Paul Simon, Jewish performers, getting on Twitter, putting on a "Let's make Germany great again" hat and saying, I love Hitler.
Damn.
And y'all need to get over it.
I mean, that's the context.
That's pretty much what this is. So I'm not giving this bootlicking Negro no excuses. He sold out, point blank, period. And I'm not saying nobody else should boycott his music and all that. Do what you do. I got no shade, no judgment for you. But me, I'm done. Like I said, I got Black Mav, I got Mr. Wallace, I got the rest of Dirty Old Man to listen to. Fuck them. Fuck them celebrities.
That's right. That's right. Hey, cease and desist is on the way. That's right.
Hell yeah. Damn sure.
Go buy it. Buy 2 copies.
Well,
right on.
For the house, one for the
car. Bullshit.
That guy finna hurt niggas' feelings, boy. Woo.
Boy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But nah, man.
Go all right.
Like I said, I appreciate the stuff that he did. Like I stopped really checking for dude, man, after graduation, maybe.
Graduation, yep.
And I started to see a little shift in the paradigm a little bit, and I was like, well, that's just artistry. So but far too many times the art is kind of reflective of real life sometimes too. And that
motherfucker, he went electric circus route, but stepped on the gas. Tommy fucked around and reined it back in.
Well, like I don't know how I would feel purchasing a Kanye entirely Kanye produced Nas album, because I love Nas, bro. That's like my top 3 favorite MCs.
The only thing I'd say about that, I thought about this earlier yesterday. Is it fair to the other artists, because they didn't tell him to say that shit? They didn't even know he was gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's really fair to, miss out on another artist because of what that Joker did. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to listen to Nas' project, I think you should do it.
I'm pretty sure there are some people who had some business venture with Bill Cosby before this verdict dropped. I'm pretty sure that they're no longer doing
deals and shit.
Right. So I don't know if I would buy it. And you know what?
You too.
I don't know. I know I wouldn't buy it because I didn't buy 808s. I didn't buy my Twisted Dark, whatever the name of the album is. I didn't buy Yeezus. I didn't even listen to. I ain't listened to Yeezus.
Me either.
Me neither.
I did the last Kanye thing I listened to was Washington. I really didn't like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was okay on that. The last one I got was 808 Heartbreaks.
Nah, my wife had that shit.
And I was like, it was okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't love
to
it.
underhand that joint.
yeah, man.
But I will say that I was done. Musically, I was done after that. I was like, all right. He on his experimental shit, so let him do that. I can go find something else.
I wonder how the people like Live. Well, I can go on Twitter and see how he feel about the shit.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But most deaf, you know, all the people who would champion this dude, like, I mean, for real, like, champion this dude, Chappelle and them, and like,
yeah,
you know, a lot of guys, man. You know, he was Rockefeller, but he was more. He had duality, man. He had everybody.
He did.
You know. Oh, he has. But I don't think a lot of those people. But the shit he did to John Legend was so snakish in nature, man. Like that's wild.
Oh God.
They
just took a picture together.
But that's just for effects.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of effects.
Stand up dude, man. I like John Legend.
You know, like I said, I'm all for trying to get your people to open their minds and not be so joined at the hip with the Democratic Party and all that. But Trump ain't the guy you want to align yourself with to make that point.
You know what, man? You know.
I'm like Michael.
I do see fault in that. Like you just said, you don't see no other you don't ever see no other culture that Paul is take more on the chin than we do.
What?
You know, but like I said, a lot of that has to do with the fact of our
it's ingrained.
I didn't want to say that, but okay, Christianity, religion. You know, religion. Sometimes religion can be your undoing.
Yes, it can.
Especially dealing with real life problems. You know,
do the hustle.
I agree with that.
And you know, I've seen it firsthand, the effects of it. You know what I'm saying? Like colonialism, man. It's still. I mean, although we're so many. Centuries removed, it's still it's like when you fought in a small room. Yeah. Hey, really? It's still with no fan in the room, it's still there.
Right? You should have in your clothes. You feel it all in your toes. Hot shit.
Right.
If you really
I was just thinking yesterday, with all of these, I mean, we know right. We know these police brutality cases have been happening for generations, but I was just thinking the other day, I wonder but it's different now because it's on full display live, live TV and all that, on camera phones and all that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's the one difference is that it's out there more than before, right?
Yeah.
So I
think it is.
I say it is because unless something made national news, I didn't hear about it unless I read about it in Jet. And Jet didn't pick it up, or Ebony didn't pick it up, and it didn't make national news. I ain't know nothing about it.
You didn't see it, right?
What I mean by this, peep this. If you know the lineage, as far as like how slave trade and all that shit used to go on, anything that went on before back in the day was public execution, public hanging, blah 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 blah. So the whole town would come out to see it. Now you fucked around and condensed the town into the world by the internet, so you can show you still getting over on motherfuckers doing whatever you want to do to them, and now it's on a world stage. So it's still the same.
Yeah, that's basically what I said. I said, it's been happening for generations. Now we can see it on full display. That's the only difference. Okay. Now, but the point I wanted to make though was, I was just wondering the other day. I mean, we know why it always happens. The outcome happens where it is. But I'm wondering if it's wretched up now because they kind of like, after we've had the symbolism of a Barack Obama, they really want to remind us who the ruling class is.
I think it's part. I think it's that because it's like if you know you got somebody who's ushering in this fascism type of rule or whatever, and it's in your favor. Like, of course, if you think about it, man, 2007 maybe. Even with Bush in office, you ain't have this over. You ain't have this resurgence of white pride. Let's say, you know what I'm saying.
White nationalism.
But that's what I mean, nationalism. You didn't have that, but as soon as I would tell my pops this because he was upset with me. He was upset with me because when Obama got elected, I was kind of like I'm like Huey on the Boondocks. I'm like, yeah, I don't think he's gonna do nothing. I don't think he's gonna do nothing that's going to affect black life. I said, if you don't get out here and make it happen and pop you on your own, don't be looking for this man to get his office, because you have to remember the office of the president is a tradition. He's not going to break tradition for the sake of his whatever his agenda is. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops was like, so you don't think this is like historic? I said it's historical. I said, but I think black people are putting too much emphasis on this black president. Yeah, too much stock into it.
Definitely drank the Kool-Aid.
Right. I said I'm glad I can see it in my lifetime. I said, but I don't expect no real change because he's in office. And my pops were like, man, you missing the point. I was like, no, I'm not missing the point. I said, you're gonna see within the first 2 years what I mean. And lo and behold, man, the first year, my pops called me and said, man, you was right, man. He said, I even vote for this motherfucker.
Damn.
Yeah, see, some of us get caught up in the whole the symbolism of it.
Right.
Then the ones of us who are aware, we can see that, and we can also see it's nothing really tangible happen for us. And people will say, well, he's the president of everybody. Well, he gave everybody else something tangible. He gave women the Ledbetter Act. He gave immigrants immigration reform. He passed a law, I forgot what it was called, for police departments around the country. And he gave women Ledbetter. But I used to know it all by hand, but when it came to us, he gave us nothing tangible.
Kind of like it's kind of like Oprah. You know what I'm saying?
Signed, sealed, delivered. That song, everybody know that song now.
Yeah. But he ran on the promise of hope. Like hope doesn't fill your stomach when you're hungry. You know what I'm saying? Hope doesn't pay the light bill. When you 2 or 3 months behind. Hope doesn't send your kids to college. You know what I'm saying? Hope doesn't affords you the luxury of not doing things. Because at the end of the day, after the election, I told my dad then, I said, man, when this is all said and done, I still got to get up in the morning and go get dressed and go to work. My life don't change because of this.
And I wasn't looking for a change in that nature. I was just looking for some of the injustices to stop. And and silly me for thinking that, because he showed us within the first month he was in office, he wasn't about that life. Because when Sean Bell got killed in New York, his response to that was, well, you got to obey the cop. That wasn't the issue. It wasn't the issue of disobedience. He never got a chance to disobey. They lit his car up right away. I mean, I should have learned. I should have known then. That's what it is. What it is.
I don't think
and what I'll say about this whole thing with Trump, man, it's like again, I drank the Kool-Aid as well. I thought that we had the cavemen and women on the ropes, and I thought that they was in the minority. But then I had to go back to my Alabama upbringing and just remember that how addicted some people are to superiority. Like that trumps everything with some people.
Yeah. But like you could
be on your last dollar. You could be on your last. They could be on their last dollar on the side of the road. They won't take no gas from Diggerhertz because they think I'm too good for your gas.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep
or they think that if they do take the gas, that it fixes everything.
Wait a minute,
I got some gas. I went ahead and got some gas from a black dude. Yeah, that's me.
Man, where you become? Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
No, that's just the name and stuff that's gonna be on my videos and all that.
See. While it's that person you talking about is the progressive liberal, subtle racist. That's who you're talking about.
Right.
That's what they do. They the most dangerous ones because we don't know where they stand.
Yep. Tell account.
True.
I will.
Yeah, I'm not upset. You know what? I'm not even gonna say I'm surprised by all these antics. Because that dude has been attention starved since I can remember.
Jump.
Yeah.
So I think somebody said that it was saying that they it's probably just a publicity stunt. I don't think you dig in. I don't think you dig into something like this, man, just for the publicity.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I look at everybody who was involved with going to meeting this guy. You know what I'm saying? I look at and man, I'm telling you, nobody has more respect for Jim Brown than me up until that point. I was so disappointed in Jim Brown. I'm not even surprised that Steve Harvey went. I expect that, but I expect Ray to go. I expect, but when I saw Jim Brown, there, I'm like, man, come on, man. Like out of everybody, you should know better. You know what I'm saying? You should know better.
Then.
But the thing about it is that I'm not, and I'm not the most, I'm not the most. I don't do all this. I don't do all this voting and stuff. And I don't believe in politicians. Because when we talk about Obama, we as a collective, as Black people, we didn't put Obama in office. As a matter of fact, our vote a lot of times is the vote to help everybody else get what they want. Our vote, that's the only time our vote matters, and our vote doesn't even make a difference. It don't even put a dent in it. It don't even put a dent in it.
But not in the collective college, in the electoral college, it doesn't.
No,
but in your local election,
that's the only way it matters. That's the only way it matters. So, like when we talk about my president, when everybody was on this, my president's black, my Lambo blue type of shit, like that might be true, but you trust me, your vote alone did not. It helps somebody else's agenda. But I think now even on some political stuff, but like you said the other night, Dixie, about just on the human element of it, like
the human decency.
Yeah,
that's my whole point.
But you have to understanding that is also knowing this guy's lineage. You have to understand his lineage and where he comes from. Well, that's a way of life. You know what I'm saying? So that Nazi mentality, which is akin to everything that you had going on here in America as well. That's what makes the donuts. That's what runs the whole.
If I was Judy Smith, aka Olivia Pope, and that dude called me, the only way he could fix this is to say, to be honest with y'all, I was working tooth and nail during the campaign season, and I just didn't pay attention to the things this guy was saying in regards to women, people of color, immigrants, and so on. But that's the only way he can get out of that.
You know what I told you?
If he wants to. I doubt he wants to.
Nah, but you know what though? Like I told you the other night, man, when you got money, that makes you blind to certain things that go on around you. Like
it makes some people blind, not everybody.
Well,
because and my rebuttal would be Harry Belafonte.
Yeah, but okay. I get what you're saying, but even that has a flaw in it. But okay, I'll give you that one.
I can even stand when a celebrity, a person with a platform that looks like us, plays it neutral. I can respect that. You just don't want to get involved. Cool. But to go on the other side, like that, like I said, you would never see a Jewish person do this. Never.
Man, who opened up?
Yeah, somebody over there.
Open up some
damn.
Who roll up?
Somebody opening that G.I. Joe or some shit.
Nah, somebody aluminum foil in a plate for tomorrow's lunch.
And my whole thing is with the whole attention, with the attention seeking thing. That's fine. I don't care about you being a narcissist. I don't care about you being attention starving. But to jump out there on a limb and align yourself with this guy, it's like that. I can't do that one.
But you know what another problem is though. As black people, man, we put a lot into our people. It's amazing how representative of black people that he is once he did that. Like I'm not looking to him for some kind of guidance or whatever. Like I said, he's an entertainer. But with a lot of entertainers, with a lot of people who are multimillionaires who have escaped who have a certain quality of life that they live, they don't look how that adversely affects the majority, because their favorite go-to is like, well, I don't represent a whole people, I represent me, and that's fine.
Shielded from it.
But think about this: you got people who bought into an idea or bought into things from listening to Jesus Walks, and to listening to everything that in your discography that's uplifting. So a lot of people were birthed doing a lot of things just by being motivated by the art that you put out there. So to do a complete 180 and to actually kind of like negate everything that you've done to build yourself as this person, that was for it's like he had a song on his first album where he talks about his mother being a little girl and being a part of the sit-ins back in Oklahoma, where they're originally from or whatever. And so he said, and with that in my blood, I was born to be different. So how do we get from there to now? I'll tell you what. Affluenza
class.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but I mean, I'm not dismissing your point at all, because your point has proven to be true more times than not. But I'm just not going to say it's absolutely that when we have a Colin Kaepernick out here.
Yeah, and that's fine. But like I said, it depends on where your moral compass is. You know what I'm saying? Like
it also depends on how grounded you are before you got into the spotlight.
But I always attribute all of this to, and he had his issues before his mama died, but when his mama died, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That actually took him into another place mentally to where he didn't get.
Let me ask you this, Hurt. Do you think the fact that his mother dies at the hands of a black man is fueling some of this self-hatred?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Possibly. I mean, you don't know. But think about this. It might have been at the hands of a black doctor, but it's a European ideal to why she was in there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I never thought about that.
So so we had, because with us, man, like and I I wish that as black women, I wish our black women would get to a point where to understand and know wholeheartedly that their beauty is something to be reckoned with. You don't need to go fix your nose. You don't need to have breast augmentation. You don't need ass shots. We look to you guys. We look to the women for strength. And if y'all women out here listening, this is real spit. We look to y'all for strength. Yeah, we're physically strong, but a black woman has that kind of strength just a woman, period. But especially black women have that strength to, help a man overcome a whole lot in their life. So if you're not grounded within your strength. If you're not grounded within your strength, a lot of wars start. Right. So if you're not grounded within your strength, how do I have an energy source to to kind of help me through what I need to get through in my day? Or just life in general. It's hard. It's tough being a man of color. So but I know we always pull strength from our mothers, our girlfriends, our wives, even our daughters, grandmothers, our daughters, and everything. So there's a lot of power within that. And so,
man, that's one thing I used to always say all the time, man. We deal with a lot of shit in these streets all day. For you to come home and deal with some more shit is crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
For you to even have your household like that is crazy.
And I think, but coming home to with all the chaos that goes on out in the world, man, is so refreshing. When I pull up in the yard, man, I know once I let that garage door up and man, let that drawbridge down, I should be at peace, and I'm at peace. I'm at peace when I come here. If I had a bad day, I know my wife gonna sit there and be like, "Hey, how was your day?" She's gonna ask me that, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. She's gonna ask me that. And it's always assuring to know that I can sit on that couch, man, and be like, you know what, man, I'm sick
Nigga
of this.
hurt.
So, yeah,
you a free man.
I'm a I'm a free man.
Yeah, yes sir. That's what they call a free man, right?
Oh man, I ain't know I was
That is the American dream.
Good to know.
To pull up, drop the gate. You feel me? Yeah.
But like I look at people like Kim. I look at people like Pepper. I look at what's the chick name from Detroit that was on Flavor of Love, Delicious. I look at that and it's so, man, it's so disheartening because our women have gotten to a place where television and social media has actually augmented their mindset and how they look at themselves as beautiful. And I think that's a travesty. It's a crime, man. When God made you a certain way, and you go undo some stuff that God did. Like for me, certain things, like you might go get this fixed. Okay, that's fine. But to totally just carve up your face like Thanksgiving Day turkey, man, so you can look like somebody else, that to me it's such a deeper psychological thing that you've bought into, because if you believe in a higher power, you believe in the Most High, it's funny how in our culture we always talk, well, God don't make mistakes. Okay, if you really find it to be true, then why you in here, man, about to get 1/8 of your nose taken away and and replaced and made smaller. So we got to think about those things. Think about those things sometimes.
It's funny, Hurst. We're talking about this belief system we have fell prey to, and old boy got a song called "Amen" on his album. He kind of talking about that. Aaron Foster. If you get a song, check out that song "Amen" because he's atheist, and he saying that he ain't going off the deep end saying there's no God and all that. He just being sarcastic about the shit that we hold so dear.
And I can appreciate that, because I can truly appreciate that. But it's like you said, man. A lot of our downfall is because we're still following this. We still got this spell cast upon us, and we're still looking for the hills for help. Like we're never going to be fully engaged in helping and furthering our cause and helping ourselves until we kind of separate ourselves from the hoodoo that's on us. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna be, people don't want to do it without facing scrutiny, not just from being out of the eyes of the favor of the Most High, but it's about how master gonna look at it. So a lot of it is scrutiny to the fact that, but it's like I said, anytime you have a certain belief system, there's a fail-safe mentality that goes along with that. If they teach you how to defend it tooth and nail, die for it, fight for it, cry for it, whatever. It's a fail-safe. That way you'll never be able to step outside of yourself and see it for what it is. And people will call you heathens. They'll call you ungodly. Well, who are you to say what I am? My relationship with the Most High is different than what your relationship, and it's it's a construct that that we
worms.
Well, I mean, I'm just calling a spade a spade. Like my relationship, I don't feel like I need to go to a church that's for somebody's that's for man's personal edification, for me to be there hooping and hollering, cutting backflips, the Holy Ghost and all. That's for somebody else's edification, because my connection is a deeper connection. It's a spiritual connection, not a religion. Brushing your teeth can be religious because you do it faithfully every day, twice a day. Sometimes if you're on your hygiene like that, but anything can be made a religion. Hell, music is a religion.
Yeah, I was just about to say, some people, whatever it is that makes you a decent person should be your religion. But I guess some people in order to be decent, they feel they need to do that, and that's fine. Go ahead and do that, but don't tell me I need to do that because I don't. I'm decent 100% of the time. I treat people how I want to be treated, point blank, so no matter what.
Man,
one last thing I want to say about this Kanye thing. You know, we all are of age, and we look at him like we should look at him. He's a goddamn celebrity, right? But there's millions of children who look at him more than just that. You know, so
probably named after him too.
Yeah, so you know, and I say that because I'm not gonna be totally so dismissive of just saying, oh, he's just a celebrity. Yeah, to me, he's that, but he probably got millions of kids questioning whether or not they felt wrongly about Donald Trump all this time.
Yeah,
hopefully
he's warping their mentality.
Right. So hopefully they got some parents around to explain to them, you know, what we're saying here to unravel all that shit.
Yeah, but you know, crazy man,
need to go viral. Shit.
Right. That dude has given birth to so many. I'm not even talking about. He's giving birth to so many artists. You know, whether they're on from the 808s and Heartbreak on to the present, or from graduation on back. He's giving birth to so many young people. You know, not only on a musical level, but on just like on a personal level. People follow this dude in large proportions. So it's almost negligent to a degree to where nobody you don't think you're a leader, but the fact of the matter is that you are a leader.
So you had a platform.
Exactly. So you're a leader. You had to conduct yourself as a leader, whether you like it or not. Like what's how the saying go? With great power comes
great power comes great responsibility.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the thing. You got people like, Charles Barkley was saying over 20 some years ago, I'm not a role model. Parents be role models. Yeah, that's true. But, realistically speaking, kids look at athletes and, entertainers as, their heroes. Ever so the parents, the parents are lumped in there, but they usually take a back seat to Jordan, LeBron, insert favorite whatchamacallit there.
And Hurts also, what people like Charles Barkley and Kanye forget is that what they do is being broadcasted to millions of homes. Mm-hmm. So by default, whether you're a leader or not, what your actions and what you say is being heard and seen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to you to decide what you want to show to people, of course. But if you show some shit we ain't with, we got every right to like, nah, bruh, you bugging.
Oh, you on that shit, man.
Yeah,
but like
man,
I said,
OJ. But I don't like to say you couldn't give me no Kardashian coochie, brother. Keep that shit.
That's what I said. I said, man, if I was in a position to receive that and that came in my, I'm not doing it.
Nah, bro.
And it really bothered me when he said this. And this is the first sign that I saw. Maybe y'all seen some stuff before, but this was the first crack in his armor I saw when he got on the Breakfast Club and said, and he said it in such a happily, he was so happy to say this shit. It's such a jovial manner. Yeah, I had to. Kim made me take like 30 showers. Like when I left Amber to get with her.
It pissed you off.
Oh God, it did. It's like, what does that say about the woman of color? And then he turns right, and then the very next breath, he's romanticizing his porn star wife.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
but I'm gonna tell you who's responsible for that. I'm not saying he probably never would have ended up with her, but the first time Kanye met Kim Kardashian was when Kim Kardashian was Brandy's assistant on the my favorite Kanye beat. One of my favorite Kanye beats.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy, let's talk about our love. He met her on the set of that thing when she was Brandy's assistant. So I blame Brandy for this shit.
Damn, Brandy. But that was the first. And then the very next day he was on Sway, or maybe the same day. begging for Caucasian validation, you know. And it's like, man, what happened to you, man? It's like you just gave up.
You know what happened to him? You know what happened to him? You know, it's kind of like if you ever seen the movie Living Large with TK Carson. It's kind of that thing. It's kind of like when you get a certain level of stardom and you used to hang out with Mosin, used to hang out with Kweli, and then you start going to Fashion Week and start hanging with Donatella Versace and Yves Saint Laurent, people over Yves Saint Laurent, and it's like your circle.
They start telling you, Kanye, you're not like the rest of them. You're not like the rest of them.
Right.
And you buy into that shit.
But you
going places.
Right. I ain't mean to run nobody off of here, man.
I'm coming back with this hat.
Like I said, when it comes, and I just want to make myself clear. When it comes to policy, I don't give a damn what an artist thinks. He can disagree and agree. That's fine. I still support you. I mean, just because we disagree on a policy. But when it comes to human decency, that should not be up for debate. And when it comes to Donald Trump, it is an attack on human decency, regardless of color, religion, and everything.
No
like,
doubt.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Tell it.
And you're right. Definitely right about that.
Man, is this Clark on here, man? Oh Lord.
All right, I'm off my soapbox.
Me too.
Next subject, WIDEBODY.
Clark got to eat, man. Clark, hey,
WIDEBODY on mute.
I'm gonna have to start. Hey, I'm gonna have to start hollering at Clark when I need like a avatar for any of my social media and stuff. I'm clearly doing you wrong.
Dixie, man, you killing that bait, bro.
Oh, my bad, bro. I didn't know y'all can hear me. Yeah, why y'all ain't say something?
Hell yeah!
I thought somebody stepped outside to take the trash out or something.
I thought he had some greens in the pressure cooker.
Man, tell me he ain't from the south. That's some south shit there. Greens in the pressure cooker.
Right. Greens in the pressure cooker with some neck bones down in there.
Oh man, not the neck bones.
Yeah, smoked turkey neck down in there.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. That's right.
Shit, I'm about to have everybody leave to hang out. Shit, make me a plate.
hey, Peanut. This is some of that Dick Gregory.
Right? Motherfucking Dick Gregory. Pour that goddamn cement. Quick dry cement.
Yeah, man.
Straight sludge.
And I got cats down here sweating over chitlins, bro. Like, you like that shit? Be bringing that shit in
Oh my god!
I'm gonna tell you something.
You better not bring that in the workplace.
My stepdad still likes chitlins, but I don't think he can eat them no more because of his health. My mama slowly kill that dude because she cooked him.
Got an insurance policy.
I ain't eating nobody's goddamn abdominals. You can
my grandma did
that shit.
Hey, so my one of my best friends, I just talked to him before I came on the show too, man. One of my best friends growing up, man. This Negro every time he said, "Hey man, Thanksgiving comes." Like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I'm like, "Shit, I'm chilling." He said, "Your mom Duke's house?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Hey man, she made some chitlins." I'm like, yeah. Hey man, look, how long you gonna be over there? Like, we just got here. I'll be over there in about 20 minutes, man. Tell her put me some up. I said, man, you gotta call this slave mentality, man. He looked at me like, man, I don't care. They good, but I don't think he eats pork like that no more because his health. He's kind of conscientious of his health or whatever. But like, man, I don't see how you eat that shit, bro. If I can't get past the smell of something, I ain't messing with it.
The membrane. Motherfuckers really, you gotta really take the membrane. All that little film off there.
Go ahead, man. Let's talk about something else, man.
Mav eating his food, man.
I've heard people.
I ain't even eating no more.
I've heard people
about to bring back up whatever the fuck I just ate.
I've heard of women cooking their chitlins. Matter of fact, cleaning their chitlins with some bleach in the water. I said, you just overdoing it.
Like, really, man? Has anyone here ever had?
I've never heard nobody.
Had what? Tripe? Nah.
My dad eat that.
I heard of it though.
Yeah.
What is that?
I've had tripe.
Stomach lining.
Yeah.
Stomach lining.
Yeah.
Fry the shit out that shit.
That's
Man,
some chewing
I'm
ass
cool.
shit, dude.
You're right.
That's 35 minutes just eating the fucking tripe.
Fucking fried digestive
I
tract.
remember that time.
He dead. He telling the truth.
The muscle failure and shit.
You ain't lying.
I remember when my uncle, one of my older uncles, he trying to call himself getting at me and my cousin because we had our hats on backwards. Like, don't y'all know the slaves used to wear their hats on backwards? I said, you eat chitlins, don't you?
oh,
Right.
Just
So my mama got,
don't you?
he told my mama I got smart with him.
that's how my uncles are, man. One of my uncles who take himself too serious. Hey, man, it's Uncle James. Like, nigga, your name James.
You gonna respect me.
Now that's the only uncle I got, man, that I don't like calling uncle because uncle kind of means respect.
Oh shit, Funky Finger Productions. Here we go.
Yeah,
My bad.
Everybody else, like, hey, what's up, Uncle Lonnie? What's up, Uncle Derek? Hey, man, James in there.
Why you don't
You know what?
I know his motherfucking whisper stink, boy. Eating that shit. Pass me some of them magic. God damn, right at
that. I don't call him uncle, man, because when I was young, man, he was like one of them uncles that he never came around a lot. And then when he did came around, he was all self-righteous and shit. So
okay.
That was like, he was like my least favorite uncle, but he's the oldest. You know, he the one that kind of like, you know, he was the one that everybody looked to for guidance because he was the old. He did a lot of stuff. He was like a star basketball player growing up and things like that. Pretty much the reason why I played too, kind of like, you know, indirectly, because my favorite uncle was nice too, you know, in school and stuff. But he learned from my oldest uncle, so you know.
Hi, Mom. How you doing?
Your mom's there?
Nah, she always be watching me.
Hey.
Oh yeah, tell her I apologize for
We better fill up our act.
Yeah,
man, who got the ET picture up, man? Who got the ET picture up?
Man, she ain't gonna log on no more off that picture, man.
Hey man, tell me.
Clark got the most devious laugh.
Man, point me into the direction, man, of who does your avatar, bro. I need like 3 custom made ones.
Yo, that shit
No, man. I just googled Michael Blackson, man.
Oh man, don't tell me that, man. You took away the magic, bro. Magic gone.
Oh man, this nigga got me in tears, dog.
You should have saw the one he had up about a week ago. Man, I saw that other guy week, man.
Oh, beauty bowl.
He had Melissa McCarthy up in that joint, man.
Tammy.
Hey, what's funny though, Clark? I was at a customer's house. Friday? It was Friday, and she had, you know how when you buy pictures, you know it has that like that default picture in the frame, right? She had to hang up on the wall with the pictures in the frame. And the first person I thought about was Clark. I said, man,
oh shit.
Oh, I'm twisted mentality wise. I'm twisted.
Let me ask you a question. Scenario, you got $10,000 from a Guitar Center gift card.
Ooh,
Christmas. You only can spend it at Guitar Center. What are you getting?
Okay. Another MPCX.
Count me out for this.
No. You know what?
How you gonna get counted out for some hypothetical shit?
But you know what I do? I would probably spend probably half of it on just getting the whole universal audio plug-in set up. That way I have all the major plugins that I need for this system. That leaves me with about half. So after that, I would probably buy me like one of those automated mixers.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, that takes everything away right there. So
okay. So I'm getting what Hurst got with the what's the name of the joints?
UAD.
Yeah, UAD. Genelex.
Ooh, I ain't thinking about that.
Good God Almighty.
NPCX if I still got enough from getting a Genelex.
Still bad.
Yeah, you still better get it.
The Genelexes go for like 3 or 4 or something like that.
I think so. The higher end ones, yeah.
$4,000.
3 grand, about 3 grand, 3 to 4 grand for the Genelex.
What kind of sound you getting out of something that's for $4,000? I wouldn't.
Dude, I don't know if you heard Genelex, but these motherfuckers are amazing.
That motherfucker better have a Dre preset.
So that probably I need a weighted key, 64 key MIDI controller. Because I don't have to be a key.
But you know, I don't really need a lot of machinery. I don't really have to have no more MPCs.
Right.
But you know what though? But you can't.
One of those desks that I forget the name of the fucking desk. That company that makes desks.
I gotta get one of them, bro. I gotta get one of them desks.
That's about $3,000 right there.
No, that's about 7. The good one's gonna be about 800.
800.
This is like the one I'm looking at is like the color of my monitor.
Got money to spend,
and it got that tray. Now I'm trying to get on a payment plan, bro. I ain't rich.
I'm about to say.
I would get the Slate virtual microphone system. First thing I do. I would get an Apogee Symphony interface. And I would definitely upgrade the monitor to some Adams or Genelex.
Adams.
The ribbon joints.
The ribbon tweeter.
Yeah, ribbon tweeter. Yeah.
Shit.
I'm kind of satisfied with my monitors.
Clark.
I be standing outside with that $10,000 gift card trying to sell it for $8,000 so I can get the cash.
Right. There you go.
I'm supposed for that right there. And the number one survey says,
"Got that hookup. Got that hookup."
Be in the parking lot like I got that work.
Yeah. I'm whack right now. $10,000 a gear just make me whacker.
Right.
So you buy I can peep that. But like I said, the stuff that I'm getting, I'm actually using for getting my mixes and stuff together. If I
get the shit I need and have some money left.
I get it.
I need a PA system. I need to get real fucking loud. Oh, excuse my language.
Now, the first smart thing I'm gonna do is instead of buying new equipment, I'm going to get my whatever studio room I'm in. I'm going to get that bitch treated because if I buy equipment and I still get static, I just wasted more money. So I'm gonna make sure my room is right first. I've been here. I was the first one on besides WIDEBODY.
Hey man, I know that, bro. I was just messing with you, man. Damn, what's up, man? Damn. Can we have one day where ain't nobody fighting and shooting and cussing and killing?
You should be asking yourself that.
See, I would do that too. Like I want to get the gear first, because I can't do none of that shit until I get a house. So I had the gear on standby. And then when I'm ready,
treatment
the house, I get the treatment.
But you're right though, man. I didn't even think about treatment.
That needs to come first.
Definitely want to get that done. Yeah. Especially if you're trying to get some Genelex that ain't gonna really do shit if you ain't treated.
Man, and my son was like, the last time my son was home, he's like, man, why you ain't got this treated? And I'm looking at him like, what you know about treatment? But I think a lot of people that he hang around, in his in the neighborhood, the people he hang out with, a lot of them do music. And so he came home, he trying to flex all the way, and they're like, man, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yo, but you know what? Them sound treatments at the Guitar Center be high in a bit.
Nah, don't get them there.
Nah, you gotta go
the best place, the most phone by mail. It's the most cheapest. It's the cheapest I've dealt with.
Fucking Ezel now.
No, Amazon got the good prices.
Get one of them egg crates from the nursing home.
Hey, from Bed Bath & Beyond got the egg crate phone.
No, I have
Escalade. They got the Escalade egg treatment.
I heard you. BA Max said she'll do the focal monitor.
Yeah,
focals are good too.
Yeah, focals
are good. BA Max.
Good.
Yeah, furniture helps with that too, man. Just have shit in your room to keep it from bouncing off the walls.
See, where the room I'm in now, It has carpet in it. It has a bed in it, and a whole lot of other stuff in it. So it kind of helps with the reflections and stuff.
We have no reverb in here.
Tonality.
I got blankets on the walls. You know what I heard was a good sound absorber? Those U-Haul blankets.
U-Haul blankets, yeah.
Yeah, the U-Haul blankets.
But not Carla Tooth Williams though.
You ever see him in the service elevator? That's what.
Yeah.
That's what I started with. It's this company called Audio that makes those blankets.
Yeah.
Then I have phones.
Right.
They be selling the curtains too. They sell the sounds absorbing curtains too.
There's an engineer, man. You guys probably have heard of her. I think they call it a Dragon Lady or something like that. What's her name? I can't think of the name, but I read about her in Scratch magazine. And when she was recording like Jeezy back in the days, they was in a basement, but she had those same the ones in the elevators, the sound, I guess the sound absorption blankets or whatever.
They were using
almost like furniture padded room joint.
Yeah, they were using those to record his vocals and stuff in. I'm gonna find that article. I got all my Scratch magazines.
How many of y'all use the mattress
to be in a freight elevator?
I know y'all been. Don't act like y'all when y'all first started out. Y'all have a friend that had a mattress or something.
I ain't had nothing.
No, I think the most ingenious thing that when my homeboy was doing most of our when I was in a group then, most of the recording that we did was at his crib. But what he did was he knew that the foam and stuff was expensive even then. So what he would do was go to Bed Bath and Beyond and get the mattress foam, the egg crate foam, and that. Believe it or not, that did the trick because he doubled up on it.
I think I spent like I got I want to say like 12 sheets or 4x8, but just around $100.
Yeah,
I
got that.
That ain't bad.
They located in Michigan.
I just want the bass traps. I don't even care about.
I got bass traps too.
Yeah. I made my own bass trap. You know what?
And they'll say they got like different colors as well.
Well, Hustle and Flow, motherfuckers using egg crates after Hustle and Flow came out.
Hell yeah.
but I'm saying I'm talking about the foam though that you put in your mattress and stuff.
Yeah.
But people, you see some. If I go to a spot and they got egg cartons up on the wall, like, hey man, you know what? I just remember.
I got two and a half.
I got a
2.5 dozen joints.
Yeah, right. I got this for me, bro. I'll be back.
My roommate. My roommate.
Yeah, you laugh.
We recorded an album in the kind of closet. We had like the whole mattress shit going on in there. I thought that we didn't need all that because it didn't sound special to me. I think I always say you need a booth. You don't. You need your room treated. You can record vocals in a decent sized room without any booths or anything like that. That's
just listen,
just get an eyeball and negate all that shit.
The stuff I did for Jay Bishop, the stuff I've done for WIDEBODY, I recorded that in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
In my living room, and no, my living room is not treated. I do got furniture in it. I made sure the air was off when I was recording, but
you know the room though.
Yeah, I mean
the air is off.
Yeah. Right. But I record those very tracks in my living room because I ain't excuse me. Yeah, dog.
I was just gonna say, me having a booth, it depends on your lifestyle. If you have young kids who always screaming and shit and got the TV up, that's where a booth comes into play.
Okay, you got a booth?
Yeah, I built the booth when in 2010. Myself.
I saw it, but it was funny. I saw a necktie coming out of it. Yeah, I saw a necktie coming out of it, man. I was like, maybe he used it as a closet or something. But the necktie started moving the more I started working toward the door. So, I think Chance Trindiari was in there. One of Jam and Lewis or Alexander.
That's right. No, I went to Home Depot and got 3 4x8 sheets of plywood. And a fourth one I had them cut it 4.5 by 4.5, and I used that for the top. And I put put some hinges. I used hinges to connect the other 3 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And then I painted it gray and ordered some foam, put it in there. Shit, that's what I was using all that time.
Man, I made me a booth this week. I got this, the room divider, the little 3 Angels on.
The joint that you change your clothes behind and shit.
Yeah, they
The photography studio.
Come out with a bustier on and shit.
The golden child scene.
No, not the bustier. Why about like? Can you tie me up in the back?
The Yak Roy shot.
Damn corset on and shit. Hook me up, bro. What?
VHS made their own eyeball out of a kind of more of a mailbox, but it works. Kind of curious.
Yeah, Choppy Chop did that too. Choppy Chop made his own eyeball. My face was tight as hell.
Oh, for real?
He said he paid $15 total. Hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I paid
that
like.
Drink like hee-haw, hee-haw.
Yeah, the phone costed me more than the actual materials to build a booth did. Like, so
yeah,
I was under like $80 with just the materials and the paint and all that.
Dang,
at the time we could do a video on it.
Oh Lord.
God damn.
Oh no.
It wasn't me. It was not me. It was
Whoopi
not
Cushion
me.
Lewis over that. It sounded like a
It
damn
was not
gag
me.
prop. What was that?
I have no idea, but it was not Roger.
Where the camera at?
I was sneezing, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't a lower sneeze.
I was trying to hold my sneeze, man.
It sound like somebody stomped on a ketchup packet over there.
Hey, real quick. That's funny you said that. When I was in high school, man, I thought I was fresh one day. I had on my khakis and stuff, man. I was prepped out. It was this big dude named Quante. Quante, man, stepped on a ketchup packet, man. The Quante is about 5'5", about 250 pounds, man.
Oh, he looked like a brick.
Man, he stepped in that ketchup packet, man, and I looked down at my pants, I'm like, bruh, he's like, oh man, my fault, man. I'm looking so stupid. Like,
he skeeted all over your pants.
Hey, be like, Mark,
oh no, Quante.
He told you a candy bar, so he never had me.
Right.
But I've never, in all my history of walking on objects, man, I've walked on a ketchup packet before, and it never burst when I walked on it.
Shit, my ass, man. I stomped the name off a motherfucker one time. It just said Hunts. Stomped the H smooth off that
dude, he stepped in that bad boy, man.
Yeah, Hunts. When I looked at the package and shit.
Never happened to me, man. Never.
Rub the H clean.
Not even like in school, like during cafeteria and shit.
Definitely like to see a picture.
I've never
like
done it. I've never done it, man. Like when he did it, you know, he's so low to the ground, I guess, and so heavy. Man, he's stepped in that bad boy, man. I'm looking, my brown khakis just they done. The girl I'm dating at the time, she looked at me like, "What happened to your pants?" I'm like, man, shut up.
Right? Look like you got shot.
Right? She like, what happened? How you get like?
Oh,
man,
shot.
I said, Quante stepped on that ketchup packet, man, walking toward me, laughing and stuff, man. And even after he did it, man, like he was an underclassman, but he was cool. He was so cool. Like, he was making jokes about it. I was too. But not initially though. But during the day, like, man, I ain't had no but a few more hours in school. Like, man, damn, I'm in the bathroom with the generic soap and shit, trying to get that stain out.
That shit look like
them joints done.
Bubba got shot. And
Bubba
was like,
What
Bubba got shot. What happened, Forrest?
Bubba.
Yo, I had the Daffy Duck laugh like shit. My bad.
Nah, man, but thought I'll share that story. I can look back on it and laugh now. I was laughing then. I was at the initial anger, but it wasn't. He didn't try to do it. It'd be different if he did on purpose.
I'm fucking quantized. Fucked your shit up.
Quantized. Big quantity. And the joke was bow-legged.
Oh shit! Damn quantum leap.
You said that nigga name was Quantized.
Yeah, Quante Johnson.
He must be y'all fullback.
right?
Nah, that fat joker. Nah, fat. All he know how to do is do what Mav doing right now. And that's checking folks. That's all he was good at.
Nose tackle.
That's all he was good at, man. But that and my sister was like,
lunch.
And my sister
was like, lunch too.
What happened to your pants? I'm like, man, Quante happened. And she just, and my sister, she ain't no good. She just burst out laughing like, "Oh man, what he do?" I say he stepped on the ketchup packet. She even laughed even harder.
You went to school with your sister, man? Y'all was around the same?
It was same school, man.
That's crazy. Me and my sister got. Well, she was a senior and I was a sophomore, so I was yeah.
I was a senior. She was a junior, and like she was me. Shit, I think my last year I got tired of paying for a locker, so I just started putting all my shit in her locker.
Wait, paying for it?
Yeah, we had to as well. Yep.
Yeah, so she would extort me for like dollars when she need like at lunchtime. She knows she wanted to get some extra stuff. Like, hey, give me $1. Like I ain't got no money to be giving you. She said, oh, but you in my locker though. Like,
damn, somebody better rutabaga. What the fuck was that?
A rutabaga, I ain't heard that.
A raw rutabaga at that.
Right.
Hey, just a heads up. I mentioned this before. Trump got I guess his border standoff going on down by the border.
That's what's up.
Pretty under strict orders to not let anyone go across the border and shit.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, it's a few of them people that are glad to.
So what if you over there? You can't get back now.
No, he sent my people across illegally, like at the border or whatever. Not a checkpoint.
Like I said, what you can't get back now? You know they gonna fuck around and flip that shit. Somebody gonna have a story.
Yeah, if you look Mexican,
I left my wife. Hell yeah.
And you just come back from vacationing or going home to see your people.
Wash that product out your hair for your ass be a permanent citizen.
Whoever put that Donald Trump kid in play picture, still a little profile is a fucking genius.
That's a genius. That's genius. Yeah, I know. That's almost as funny as that black.
I wonder how Kid and Play feel about that. Say that again.
I said that's
me on the tables.
Man, listen.
Yeah,
you on the tables? You at the
I
first
wish I never took that shit.
The first day.
He was there with Jack Ruby. He came there with Jack Ruby to kill Oswald.
Right. He was,
that's the best one. That's the best one.
I like the one with the Continental Congress.
Man, Mav was a Highlander. Mav was a Highlander, man.
The Oswald Jordan.
Man, that shit, I was weak.
My favorite is how he infiltrated the dirty old man photo op, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, let me get the hell out of the way. He's shooting.
But it was funny though. I was like, wait. It did look like I was tiptoeing through the mud and shit though. I was like, where was I in the picture? Hers was like, yeah, your ass got cropped out. You was right there in the middle.
You was taking the picture, I think.
No, he was right beside you, Dixie.
Beside you, yeah.
What I tried to put the picture over his picture, but it wouldn't blend right. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut him out. I'm gonna put him right here in the middle, like he's about like trying to get back, trying to get some pieces. Sorry about that.
Look like I was in the Rocksteady crew in this.
Where you get your pictures be at? Be careful that we have a
hell yeah
call right now. Reconfigure shit.
Man, when Wallace did that job with the Continental Congress, man, bruh.
Man, that shit, bruh. He gonna fuck around and put me on a $2 bill next.
Man, I was at work. I had to pee so bad, man. That picture almost made me wet my pants, bro. I was like, man, I had to go by Subway and use the restroom. I was like, man, I gotta use it real bad. I said, Wallace ain't right for that.
I woke up and saw that shit. I wanted to go back to sleep, but I had to go to work.
I should never cut that picture out. When I cut that picture out, that was like the start of the end. Somebody said the man like a Nintendo 64 character.
Oh shit! Oh, you posted the joint up. You posted the picture up.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. The chat, B.A. Mac, Yona, DJ Rec, Malik, G-Man. Also like to thank the panel. Mental to God, Black Math Music, Gigahertz, Dixie Freely, Spark the Spark, Mike Notes, Mr. Wallace, RTO Pete, Bless Girl, and I'm DJ WIDEBODY. Join us next week for Talk That Stuff number 94. Special guest Michael Blackston. Yeah. Listen to the sound. DJ WIDEBODY.
Oh, that was unnecessary.
Charlotte's Web.
Well, it's better coming out that end.
Show ideas. CBSWide@gmail.com. Please like and subscribe. Let's peace on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey.
Peace.
Shalom. This shit here, man.
Got that joint last week, yeah.
Yeah, that beat is stupid. Man.
Why everybody got the Ray Charles bounce over that?
Sound like Jules Santana about to jump on that motherfucker.
Wow.
God.
Said I get off it when I want.
Oh, fucking tank.
Damn junkie.
Zip for zip. I want no fucking tank.
Right?
Just not scratch that shit in.
That was a defining moment. And
who the hell laughing like Muttley and shit?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Did you say Muttley though?
Yeah, you know Muttley.
Right?
Oh, y'all gonna bug out. When I showed up in Montreal with the Muttley shirt, man. That was funny as a mug, man.
Hell yeah, man.
I used to love to watch the Laugh Olympics. I never knew.